All right, so welcome to Retainer Designer. Sorry for the hiccups. YouTube broke my link on me. I had to start a new link. So hopefully you found
Always
this.
blame it on YouTube.
I'm always going to blame it on YouTube. So I put a link in that original video to Steve's watermelon design video, and I thought I would attempt it today. And so, Steve, you got any word of warnings to me?
Good luck.
Good luck. He's going to be watching me and providing commentary as I work. So now I'm even more nervous. So one thing I'm excited for is I get to try my watermelon green JVC color.
It actually is called watermelon.
It's actually called watermelon green. Here, I'll let
You gotta like
switch
that.
the camera. And I have two choices. I have candy apple red or royal red. It's a watermelon retainer. I watched your video a few times, and it looks like the secret is keeping it thick and being able to stack it. And so I think that's what I'm nervous about, is being able to stack it and keep it in a nice tall stack on the...
If it starts to slide down, you got to keep pushing it back and freezing it. That's the... Especially when you're making the rind of the watermelon, the green part.
Yeah.
You just have to keep stacking it. And if you let it slide down, cut it off and keep pushing it up.
Okay. All right, we're going to go for it. I got my cold monomer.
Go. All right, get going.
And I'm going to go do candy apple red with it this time.
I'll critique you if you don't mind.
Yeah. Oh, man. If I don't mind.
I'm not going to critique.
All right, here is... I think my acrylics is a little finer grain, which makes it good for certain things, but maybe bad for stacking. And I don't have that fancy tip on your monomer. I have this metal tip.
Those metal tips will work great. But...
Yeah, I remember when we first were talking, I asked you about those tips. And you said you got them from TP Orthodontics?
The little tiny, without the metal ones, TP.
Oh, okay.
But there's I also use like the tips that you got too, and they work just as good.
Well, this is a really dark green.
I think it looks good.
I haven't got to use this yet, so the tip isn't where I want it. You know, as the flow of the polymer coming out of it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me... Oh, I forgot my tools. All right, let me freeze this real quick. And I guess getting a little bit of clear between the red and the green's not such a bad thing.
It kind of is.
Oh,
you don't want too much because it'll make it transparent. It won't look as crisp.
Well, I've seen some watermelons where they use like white or something in between.
Yeah, you can do that too, and it's just adding that extra step, to put that white layer in between, but it just makes it so much more harder. And I don't know if it's just really worth it because
we're trying to do this in one step. All right, so I have that side. Let me and
keep going.
Keep going around.
Work fast. You definitely want to work fast on this one.
Thanks for the pressure.
No problem. When you're freezing your acrylic, Cade, a tip is to don't use clear so much. Just use the green to keep hard. You know what I'm saying? Like keep building it up.
Right. Okay.
Just put a splash of clear on it. Don't, because the color won't look as vibrant.
So you don't use the clear as like a clear coat on top. You use it just for...
Only at the end.
At the end?
Like maybe at the end. Like when I clear coat everything just to give it that, so it freezes so it doesn't nothing moves.
So when you pull out a pressure pot, you don't get any surprises?
No, no, I'm surprised. Yeah, it's all slumped down the middle.
Yeah.
That could happen to you, but these are the things we do.
Yeah. Well, those are the things you got to practice, So it's good to practice these, like I'm doing now. So I can start offering them. Oh, I think I got a little monomer in my tip of my. There we go.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
Oh. All right, I think I'm ready to go to the red. I got a little.
According to my YouTube, it says my live chat needs to be upgraded. I can't see any live chat.
Oh, you need to update your phone, man, or your app.
This is an old. This is my backup phone to the backup.
Oh, in case you dropped one.
You're looking good. I can see what you're doing. Looking good.
Actually, we could change to.
All right, listen. Stop talking because you got to focus here.
Oh yeah, all right.
Cade, you need to freeze it because it's gonna slump. Like, the way you have it,
it's
definitely freeze it.
It's got that glistening look to it.
We don't want glistening.
Oh, it's just falling all over the place. All right.
There you go. We're on delay, so maybe I'm missing what you're doing, but on the camera and I'm watching, you're starting to push it back, and that's exactly what you want to do. You want to push it back so it doesn't, make it so wide. There's nothing worse than a wide-looking watermelon retainer.
Yeah, especially after you trim it, and then you trimmed out all your red, and it looks like somebody's already eaten your watermelon, and you just got the little bit of red meat left.
Okay, you bringing in the red now?
Yes.
Perfect. What I typically do is add the monomer to the bottom and let it drift into the green. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Don't go.
Right on
Yeah,
top
you're
of
doing it opposite.
Yeah. I saw you doing that in the video, and I was like, I got to remember that. You were putting it on the teeth, and then you were putting it underneath and letting it soak to the inside.
Yeah, you want the gravity, you're tilting the model and letting gravity push that monomer into the green, so you get a nice crisp line. It's like making a rainbow retainer. If you don't, they'll blend into each other, and what happens is the green and the red will turn black. You don't want that.
Oh, geez, that's a rotted watermelon. Uh-oh. You're not going to see this in a little bit, but I got to freeze my red. I switched to the other side too soon.
Okay.
Freezing.
And you can put a little clear coat on it now, just to give a little save material too, because you want to always use clear, obviously, for people who are actually watching this and learning. You just want to sprinkle a little clear. Don't
I saw you
blast it with clear.
Like this.
Okay, that's looking good. Keep going. Doing good. Feels like summertime.
Oh, that's a great design for summer.
Bust that watermelon retainer open.
Now, if we could just add watermelon flavor to our retainers.
Oh my God, we'd be rich.
Yeah.
Of course, the kids would be eating their retainers.
That's true. That might backfire on us. We'd have to have FDA approval for our. Did I ever tell you I looked into looking for
flavored retainers?
Flavored retainers, and
but that's a good idea.
I looked at mint flavor, and the ingredient that they use a lot is FDA or DEA controlled because it's a precursor to ecstasy. So I was like a laboratory ordering, I think it was called Safrole or something like that, or something. It was funny. I was like, oh, I better not order this, and I better delete my browsing history.
Oh man.
All right, I think I'm ready for the black seeds.
It's looking good. So now you really want to freeze it good to make, you don't want anything slumping into each other.
Okay, I got a nice coat of white.
And here's the part that separates the men from the ladies. And the ladies from the men. Because if your acrylic's hard, it's kind of hard to cut those little holes out.
Oh yeah.
So you have two options. You could harden it right now, finish it, and add the holes later. You know,
That
you
makes
could do
for a
that.
nice
Add the
crisp
seeds.
seeds. Yeah.
I like to do it in one step because I'm a one-step type of guy where I want to, you obviously we make the most money if you can do it in one step. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you don't have to sell
But-
two-step watermelons.
Yeah, because it's actually 3 colors, so it looks like it was made in 3 steps, but it's, you did it in one step. So you're going to cut your little seeds out. And what I like to do is put a little black powder in first, and then put a drip of monomer, and then put a little black powder, and then drip, because otherwise you'll catch an air bubble.
So think of it as in layers.
Mm-hmm. But the first layer, put a little dash of powder in there, because then it's starting to kind of start to freeze that polymer. You know what I'm saying? So it's not slumping into it. Because if you, like sometimes if it's cold or your monomer's cold, you'll put that little hole, and the time you get to a next hole, the other one's closing up on you. And then you're like, ah.
Everybody's messed with that, when you build something on the beach, and it starts
Right,
to close up on
exactly.
you.
Same philosophy.
Do you count the seeds? I mean, or do you just...
I try to randomly make them even, and I know that sounded really stupid. Don't put 4 on one side and 3 on other. Like, I try to even it out.
Ooh, I put too much.
It really doesn't matter. Sometimes I'll put more seeds. Sometimes I'll put less. I also make a lot of lower watermelon retainers.
Oh yeah, those are hard, right?
Yeah, it comes out pretty cool. It goes really good with the upper if you make them together, especially.
Oh yeah. Well,
But it's a matter of preference with the seeds. If you want more seeds, put more seeds in. It's just more work. You know what I'm saying?
You ever thought about pre-making the black seeds and then shove them into the...
Yeah, I've seen that done before. I also, on my YouTube channel, I get a lot of weird comments on that video specifically. I've had a couple of, one person from like Taiwan said, we make a watermelon retainer and we add rice, black little kernels of rice. I'm like, okay.
Oh wow.
I guess that would work because it looks like a little seed, like little black pieces of rice.
Probably.
But what happens when you trim through it?
Oh yeah.
I guess it's buried in acrylic.
I guess if you totally encapsulate it, kind of like. I think one time I got asked to put real ants in, and I don't think I could have done it.
How fun is that?
Yeah. They're like, want it to look like the ants trapped in amber.
Right.
I was like, man, I don't know if you want a real life ant in your retainer or not.
I was telling my daughter we were having a conversation of some of the weirdest retainers I've ever made, and one of them was like a Justin Bieber. They wanted that logo in his mouth, and I was like, it was a she, I should say. And one of them, my strangest one, I told her, I got her getting a good laugh. This guy wanted a tattoo that he had on his body, on his retainer. I'm like, okay, we could do this, So he sends me a pitch. They send me a picture. It was a whole back tattoo. And the kid did not have the prettiest back in the world. That was what was weird about it. It's like he had hair and acne, and I was just like, this is really strange.
You could have plucked your own eyebrow hairs and embedded it in the acrylic for a 3D effect.
Man. Oh, that would be really cool. So you wanted your tattoo to look real.
All right, I think this might not be too bad.
No, it looks good. Oh, here's the last step. If you watch the video, I coat the whole thing in black at the end.
What?
Like the whole red part.
Because you're going to grind it off
because
anyway.
your seeds will. So before you put it in the pot, coat it with black.
Well, I just put
trust me on this
layer
one.
of clear on there. Let me scrape the clear off.
That's okay. No, that's okay. Just put some black on it.
Well, let's do half and half and see how it turns out. I'm going to scrape half of it off the newest side.
And there's a reason why I do that is because just in case you get an air bubble that comes through, the black will always seep into the air bubble. You see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I've had that before where you get it and there's like 3 air bubbles in the seeds because I didn't add the black layer at the end. It's a little trick.
Yeah, I
That looks
remember
really
seeing
good,
that.
though. That should come out nice.
All right, let's put this in a pressure pot. The snipers, the trolls, is that what you call them?
Snipers.
I don't really know. Campers, really.
The campers.
Yeah.
So
Campers.
your username could be Winnebago. Because you're camping all the time. Yeah, I don't think you'll get that joke.
Camping all the, well,
That's not you. That's the enemy.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's a good tactic after the end of the game.
I-
'cause if you just get
I
a
think you
high-
just made a
you
Pollock
just
painting
get
there.
to a high place.
I charge more for those. All right. Ooh.
You should put it, package it up with the package and give it to the kid.
Tell I only put one layer of separator on here. Oh, that's. I've used this too many times for. Okay, Sawyer,
Demos.
here, take this.
Now here's the moment of truth. You'll be able to see what it looks like on the backside. If the backside looks good, you got it.
Oh, well. Here, I'll put it. I can't tell because there's too much stuff on it.
I always like shining the metal.
He said he always likes shining metal.
Oh, yeah. So I would probably. Woo! Frank, I think we're going to have to send you some colored polymer.
Yeah.
All right.
Sneak them across the border.
Yeah. Let's see if I can get a good shot of this. There we go. All right, there's the final product. I think it turned out decent.
Looks great.
Like you said, the green rind is a little thick on this side, but there's a little divot here that I need to fill in.
Well, I think that you learn from your, like, what worked and what didn't work. And, you know, I've made a bunch. I mean, I make a lot of them. But every single one of them, like, you might have made, like, personally, I would make the seeds a little smaller.
Yeah,
But
those kind of big.
To each his own, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
You had a broken instrument, and I have this little tiny little
I got a
scoop.
broken, that's right. You know my tricks.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I like that watermelon green. Oh, yeah, that turned out good. All right. So, any final tips or tricks you think, Steve, on watermelon designs?
I would definitely keep that capillary so the red flows into the green so it doesn't create the darkness between the two.
Yeah.
But overall, it looks excellent. And my biggest philosophy is get the kids to wear the retainers and keep them clean.
Yes. and that's why I offer all those colors. Is, you know, our demographic as an ortho lab is preteen teenager, and I think offering them colors, they'll be more willing to wear the retainer, show it off to their friends, and try to be cool about it. As cool as retainers can be, it's, you know, it's a lot more fun than wearing headgear around school. Steve, I will put the link to the watermelon retainer, his original watermelon retainer, in the description below. Make sure you watch his video, give it a thumbs up, because that was the genesis of this live stream, was his watermelon retainer. And Steve, tell us about your Instagram channel.
Instagram. Just go to Szara Dental, Szara Dental. Make sure you follow me, and I'll follow you back. And putting up some cool pictures.
Yeah.
A good way to get business.
Yeah. Oh, so
definitely. So take care, Cade. We'll talk to you next week.
All right. See y'all later. Bye now. Royal Red, I think, is the closest to.
3 people now.
Was it Apple Red that you used in your video? What?
Yeah, I got 4.
You got 4 people watching?
One of them's me. That doesn't count.
We're boosting the numbers ourselves.